What are your memories from playing with the Lakers and Kobe in his final season?
I just remember feeling like, well, first, I want to say this. 2-4 started that season as Kobe Bryant. Like training camp, he was pushing everybody. He was getting his body ready. He was getting his mind ready. He was making sure we all was on the same page. And then, as I remember it, I feel like 9, 10 games in, his body started breaking down, and he came to the realization that this was the end, and his mentality shifted. He became a lot lighthearted. He became more easygoing, and I knew at that point he had kind of took his foot off the gas. Like he knew his body wasn't going to hold up to the standard that he had set for himself. And I was on the team with Julius Randle, D'Angelo Russell. Nick was on that team. Larry Nance was on that team. They had a lot of young guys that they had planned to develop, but as y'all know, the Lakers don't develop talent. That ain't really what they into. And I remember them sitting us down and telling us, hey, the rest of this season is gonna be about 2-4. So we're gonna celebrate him, we're gonna go out and compete, but it's about him. And from that point on, it turned into the farewell tour. And, you know, we started getting a pulse of the nights that he was gonna play, the nights when he wasn't gonna play. Because, you know, if you go into a city twice, he probably wasn't going to play in the first one. He was going to play in the second one. All the Eastern Conference games that we only go once, he probably going to play in a lot of these. And so our focus kind of shifted. And the crazy thing about it was Byron Scott was still whooping our ass in practice, though. He was still whooping our ass in practice, but it's like, B. Scott, we in shape, bro.
Yeah,
we
right.
40 games in, and I remember having a meltdown. He had man, listen, 40, 50 games in, we doing a damn conditioning drill. I said, B. Scott, nah, dog.
Y'all doing easy run 40 games in,
We
dog?
are still doing a conditioning drill.
40 games.
So
Damn.
I have a meltdown. I said, bro, if we ain't in shape now, we ain't never gonna be in shape.
Right.
He called me in the office. I said, B. what's this about? I said, what is this about? He said, this all I know. I come from Pat Riley. That's all I know. This is my coaching staff.
Should know something else.
Yeah, but I just remember like Kobe, he wouldn't practice. He really wouldn't be around. Like we had a thing where in the locker room, because y'all know he had his own separate locker room. He had his own room for him to stretch, and he had his own staff of trainers and whatnot. And the only way we knew what games that he would play, they would come in and take all his stuff out of his locker. So that's how we knew that he would play on certain nights. They would come clean his locker out, and we'd be like, Elvis in the building. That was our joke. Hey, Elvis in the building. Like, he gonna play tonight. So we used to come out the locker room out this door. Kobe come out he come out the door. Then one of the funniest things that he used to do, mind you, he didn't come to practice, but during preparation for games, we'd be going over game plan. He'd just be sitting there getting dressed. He'd be like, nah, we ain't doing that. Like, nigga, we've been working on this shit all week. What are you talking about? We've been working on this shit all week. And he's just putting his jersey on. Nah, we ain't doing that. And because him and B. Scott played together, B. Scott like,
We ain't doing it.
we ain't doing that.
So Kobe became Pat Riley, so he did.
Kobe became
vetoing
Pat Riley, man. But as the season started winding down, man, I realized like that was my first time seeing somebody be celebrated and get their flowers. And you know, God rest his soul, I'm glad that he was able to have that experience going out of the door, seeing how everything played out. I was grateful to be a part of it, and I was grateful to experience that and play with Kobe, man.
It was crazy when you, especially with him, if you seen him when he was younger, that mindset, but you got to see him at both stages.
Yeah.
The competitor and then like a regular teammate. When he realizes, okay, this ain't it no more.
And I wish I was with him earlier in my career, because he would have did so much for me mentally. You know what I'm saying? Just how he was just, man, laser focused, dog. Laser focused on attention to detail, things that he wanted to get out of the game and what he wanted to get out of himself and his teammates. He was down to challenge anybody. I wish I was just with him when he won at the very end where.
No, that's the one you wanted to see. I mean, as a hooper.
For peace.
No,
Yeah,
no,
probably
for
for
the
peace,
hooper
yeah.
you wanted to see, but if you grew up on him and the stories you hear, I used to talk to Luke Walton the whole time.
Yeah.
After every game, I used to call, hey, what was this, what was that, why did he do this? And then when Quran came, that's all I want to hear. I don't want to hear about nothing else, right? So towards the end, you seem the human.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I appreciated the human more.
That's a fact. Because
I'm not playing no more. Right, so I wanted to see who are you guys after? So watching them coach girls basketball. When you say, all right, Kobe's on the coach girls basketball, you be like, oh hell no. Mm-hmm. But then a whole different person was coaching them.
Different temperament. Yeah.
Different, like it was patient, patient, caring. Don't worry, but like wait. Yeah.
And let me say this while I'm on y'all platform, man. His very last game against the Utah Jazz, I watched that man treat every single person with the utmost respect and dignity you can imagine, from the security to the people that clean the arena. That man sat there and literal, no bullshit, it literally was shit stacked to the ceiling. And I watched him sit there and sign every single piece of anything people wanted signed for him, bro. And that was like the most humbling human shit I had seen from him the 2.5 years that I was with him. I thought that was incredible. I watched that man. Anybody that wanted to come in there and speak to him and show him his love, he didn't shoot nobody away. He let everybody come in there and he showed them all respect. And I'm sure those are memories that all of those people carry with them to this day.
Yeah, because up to that point, he didn't allow it. Mm-hmm. Just he was, like you said, he was so locked in.
Yeah.
He was off limits. Mm-hmm. So he understood that in that moment, like you said, he was the human then. So he understood that he had took that cape off and like damn.
Yeah, he took his mask off.
Took his mask off and his cape off, and it's like, so that's dope shit to hear, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, when King take his cape off, you got to get him at home. When he's around his wife and kids, you got slippers on.
Bring the family through.
You got the slippers on. He start, hey, you want something to drink? Want some food? Going in. Here's the, they be like, what fucking Kenyan is this? What fucking Kenyan Martin is this? Hey, I was about to catch him on the this nigga right here. But he's laughing and giggling and sniggling.
See, that was your first time there. So once you come over more than once, nigga, you're not a guest anymore.
Yeah, nigga, so you get 3 shots at my house. Third time you at my crib, don't ask me for shit. Go do it.
Yeah, so I was gonna say again, so the patient part, man, when you are locked in and you built on something, you have this certain temperament, like, and people, like he said, Kobe coaching girls basketball, like, same shit with me. I'm coaching my daughter in them team, bro. Like 4th and 5th grade girls, dog.
4th and 5th grade?
Girls.
Man, you patient.
No, so and then for me to be doing it, bro, everybody like, yo, oh boy, hey man, I'm so proud of you, dog. Like, so it's
you love it though.
Yeah, because it's
you see them get better by the day.
That, and it shows me a lot about me, right? So that showed Kobe a lot about himself as well, right? To being able to be this locked in animal that he's been, and then to be able to have that emotion, that sensitive side, to be able to do that for little girls and show that I'm human, right? So everybody expected me, like I said, people say, like, I don't fucking walk around hanging on the chandeliers at home. Right? Kicking the dog, hanging on the chandelier, like, fuck no, like, I'm...
If we had to vote, that's what we would have voted.
Like, I would not vote for that. I would not vote for that.
Does he barbecue or kick puppies?
Going on 3
I'm on my 3rd.
I don't think you kick puppies. I think you're a lover.
I started coaching my kids. I got my kids in 7th grade, and now they 9th graders, and I've been able to grow with them. But man, it's nothing more fulfilling than coaching girls basketball and seeing them get better on the daily, and you grow with them, man. I love that shit.
Okay. Because there's no ego with it. It's just happiness and joy.
Yeah. Well, where we started at and where we finished at. Yeah. Well, hey.
With women, you gotta start from the ground level, because it ain't no 6'8" girl with athleticism in the 6th grade that. You can cut corners with that. Yeah. Like if you already dunking the basketball for 2 years, you're gonna tell them, hey, just make layups. Yep. You ain't really gonna develop them with the young women. You gotta start from ground level And they teach you a lot about yourself as a coach and as a player because you got to really lock in on the fundamentals and then build from there. Yeah. On the boys' side, it's different because you might have 2-3 athletes that can go get it, and you just going to tailor make your team for them.
Yeah. Girl, that motherfucker doing fucking dance.
TikTok.
Like, TikTok. I'm like, hey, man, listen, hey, I appreciate y'all, but just give me an hour.
Yeah.
Right? Just give me an hour with no routines. That's all I ask for, right?
Are you in the cartwheel stage? Are you in the cartwheel stage yet?
Who that?
Cartwheel.
Oh, he got the baby.
Cartwheel
right in the middle of the motherfucking practice. Like,
they got to get that energy out.
I'm like, huh? Oh, I tell them this one thing, hey, I can get it at you.
Yeah.
On the line, I tell their ass in a minute, they ain't listening. They over there with that TikTok shit. Hey, yes. No, they over there trying to make, yes, man.
See, we just set the standard.
Little girls, man, they listen. They different. Yeah. Trust me,
they different.
You got to trick them.
Having their phones.
Oh, this practice is for TikTok.
Yeah, so a couple days. So I'm here and I can go to practice a couple days, right? So I had a young lady that worked at the school. She helped me with practice. She conduct practice a couple days. Then that motherfucker going ham. Yeah. So of course my daughter come home and tell, was nobody listening today? I said, were you listening? She said, sometimes. Like she telling me. So next day I come to practice. The first thing I bring them in. I was practice yesterday, and y'all do this. They know what's next.
Yeah. On the line.
Get on the line.
Yeah. Get on the line.
Oh yeah.
That's on the line.
See, my girls, we got a rule. No TikTok, and we win the tournament. The coaches will do the TikTok with y'all.
Yeah.
And they love that because they know Coach Lou gonna turn their page up.
Yeah.
So lock in, win the tournament. I do the dances with y'all, but until then, keep that shit to a minimum, y'all. Keep it to a minimum. But I love the fact that we all getting into the game with our kids and our girls, man. And like I said, you see them daily deposits of going, bro. But I love coaching them young girls.
Oh, no, it's dope.
So I wanted to hit you on one more thing before we let you go. You mentioned you played on, 3 teams in 6 months, right? Ended up with the Clippers.